The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready up. Strike. Check. Strike.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. On 2nd and 15 now. Lance, that's complete out left to Ayuk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Lance going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Ready. 52 blast.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
Now, like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. We're scoreless after 1. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. On play action, Lance. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from the 20. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Niners 14, Jaguars nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And they'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Back to the ground with Etienne. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's got some space here. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
A solid stiff arm, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And Lance now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose, and the Jags grab it. So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord, because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll try the left side with ETN. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And they'll go for it. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. There he goes, right side. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with a touchdown grab for Trey Lance. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
On the stick.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shout play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Let's go.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Ready, set.
Here's Lawrence. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this is good. Robbie Gould knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score. They